Here it comes!
Ninja Gaiden is a series of hacky-slashy video games that's been around for longer than The Simpsons. After lying dormant in the shadows for over a decade, we finally got not one, but 2 Ninja Gaiden games in 1 year. Score! Looks like that ninja drought is finally over, folks. The Ninja Gaiden series was introduced to us the same year as the Joshua Tree, and was one of the first games to make button mashing look sophisticated.
Dude, you're not even doing it right. You're just mashing the buttons.
The original game on the NES had a surprisingly rich narrative told through stylish anime cutscenes that were way ahead of their time. Pretty smooth stuff for 1988. Team Tecmo made sure to wring every last bit of performance out of that ancient plastic lunchbox. If you're at all familiar with Ninja Gaiden, then you already know its reputation. This is the difficult game series. These games give zero craps about your feelings. They are relentless. Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 in particular will absolutely burn your house down and roast s'mores over your charred corpse. The series has fluctuated a bit on the punishment scale over the years, but it's always maintained that same hostile energy. There's a special type of maniac who plays these games and, more disturbingly, enjoys them on what's called the Master Ninja difficulty, the hardest setting. Godspeed, but I wouldn't trust these masochists with anything sharper than a crayon. Hey man, I love the Soulsborne games, Devil May Cry, and other challenging stuff, but good grief. This is some next level commitment, and I've got other shit to do. Therefore, I just play on normal. I have no shame in it, but it can still be pretty challenging. They even added a little auto-dodge mode for all the professional journalists, or anyone who wants to try to play the game with their toes. And if that's still too much for you, you can always drop it down to easy mode if you're a total pussy. The Ninja Gaiden games flipped over to 3D during the PS2 era and have consistently had you play as the one and only Ninja Guy. Except for in this latest Ninja Gaiden, where you play as a new Ninja Gaiden guy. These Ninja Guys are so cool and so unbelievably Sigma that they have to release an updated Sigma edit of every game after a few years because the original simply wasn't Sigma enough.
Tell me, Yakumo, do you really plan on keeping this up?
Fuck off.
Ninja Gaiden 4 switches things up by having you play as a brand new Ninja Guy. Ninja Guy Jr. comes packed with a fresh set of weapons that feel totally distinct and unique from OG Ninja Guy's classic arsenal. At first I was like, wait, where's the regular Ninja Guy? Who's this prick? He didn't even have the tenacity to collect all the skulls in the Halo 3 campaign and unlock the Hayabusa armor. What a loser! But after a few chapters, he did prove himself a pretty worthy Ninja Guy. When it comes to story, even though the NES game was doing some wild stuff at the time, I don't think anyone nowadays gives a stir-fried shit about the plot in this game. And you would be correct in assuming I didn't either. Something about a cursed dragon spirit that's trapped inside this priestess broad, and you have to slay all these demons in order to... who the fuck cares? We're all here for the arcadey hack and slash combat, and Ninja Gaiden 4 did not waste my time. The prologue throws you right into slicing and dicing action on a speeding train. The combat is so freaking fast, with so much going on, I could barely tell what was happening half the time. But that's no disrespect, the game's fun as hell. As chaotic as it feels in the beginning, once you unlock more of the dude's skill sets and weapons, you start to get more of a handle on things. And when you finally get a grip on the game, which might even take a full playthrough before it clicks, you'll tackle battles with way more confidence. Combat begins to feel more like a dance than a random thumb-fucking session on your controller. What's cool about games like this is they're designed to be played over and over again. Therefore, New Game Plus mode is heavily encouraged. Ninja Gaiden 2.0 has a pretty large moveset to learn and get creative with, and I don't think you can truly appreciate this until later on. So I'd recommend a second run New Game Plus mode too. This game is maybe a touch easier than some of the earlier Ninja Gaiden games, but it's no tea party either. Ninja Gaiden 4 is still gonna kick your teeth in and steal your lunch money. Every weapon that Ninja Bread Man 4 uses feels distinct from the next. No two weapons feel the same. None of them blur together, and that's what's up. Some are clearly more optimal against certain enemy types too, like those annoying ass piranha fish make a return, but this time they're easy money if you bring out the hammer staff thing. I personally found those acid pukers way more of a pain in the tuchus. Overall though, They really nailed the combat here. It's satisfying as hell to absolutely annihilate and chop up enemies like you're mincing garlic. It never gets old, and the game has you constantly learning new moves and combos to keep things toasty. And what game isn't improved with the addition of a grappling hook? It has you swinging around like Spider Ninja, and it adds to the dynamic of the combat. You got a bunch of new toys here to help you ride, slide, glide, and fly into the next fight. As for environments, for the most part, each chapter drops you into a new setting, and the game looks pretty slick. Not too flashy or over the top, just a nice looking game.
Good luck. You got this.
Let's dance.
Tokyo Ginger Ghoul 4 isn't pretending to be open-ended. It's very much a linear game, but it also rewards your curiosity. Like if you veer off the beaten path, you can find bonus challenges, collect those ugly little frog things, or do some side hustles if you need some extra scratch. Arguably the biggest ingredient in the Ninja Gaiden game are the boss fights. The bosses in this game go hard. They all have really neat designs, and some are as pants-on-head silly as you can imagine. There's one chapter that has you surfing an underground disco arena while fighting a giant shark to save the princess. You cannot get more cool than this. All in all, Ninja Gaiden 4 is a brutal, ridiculous good time. It's a wall run in the right direction after the, let's be honest, underwhelming Ninja Gaiden 3. That game felt very, very streamlined, and we all know it. We do eventually get to play as Ryu in the later chapters, but that's when the game leans into the classic Japanese action boss rush vibe. Not my favorite, but it doesn't drag on too long either. Though it's a nice bonus that you get to replay the whole game as Ryu if you want. If you're a fan of Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, I don't see why you won't have fun with this one. It feels good, it shreds, it satisfies, and then it asks for seconds.
Fuck off.